For the last 2 years or so, I've wanted to include this episode for a showing, not just because it's a stop-motion episode of an otherwise live-action TV show, which is obviously trying to harken back to the old Rankin Bass stop-motion TV specials. The reason I haven't tried to do this episode before is that I feel some of the episode's impact is lessened after a certain date, and I missed last year's window. To start, it's Christmas at Greendale, or to be more specific, it's the final day of class in December, and the dean, not wanting to offend anybody, has quarantined any holiday paraphernalia behind caution tape in the cafeteria. Abed arrives to meet the rest of the study group to go over their holiday plans. See, despite being Muslim, Abed has always had something of a soft spot for Christmas, and this year feels like a special one. At least,
I'm assuming that's why we're all stop-motion animated.
Yeah, this stop-motion animation you're seeing right now is not supposed to be a stylistic choice for the sake of the episode. It's actually how Abed is perceiving the world right now as a symptom of a severe mental breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to...
Okay, we got him.
So after getting himself tased, Jeff and Britta, to prevent Abed from getting kicked out, take him to the in-school therapist and psychology professor at Greendale, Ian Duncan. Professor Duncan concludes that with Abed's current condition, and the fact that Abed allegedly can't remember how the day started, the only proper course of action is to have Abed attend therapy sessions involving hypnosis, ostensibly so Duncan can write a paper about Abed's condition. Unfortunately, Abed, not getting the gravity of the situation, concurs with Duncan, but thinks the solution is the plot of every Christmas movie. Find the meaning of Christmas. Then, everything will go back to normal.
Asterisk.
I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
Britta tries to convince him to go along with this due to the fears of him getting expelled, but Abed doesn't feel like acquiescing to a school that he believes hates Christmas.
He's got a point. Kidding. What are you doing later? How about some holiday benefits?
Hey, ixnay in front of Unkin Day.
Anyway, Abed goes off to make a snowman, except that's not a snowman, that's Senor Chang, and he hasn't been building him, he's just been groping him.
I thought I made you.
Yeah, you made me need to cry in the shower tonight.
During that, Abed gets a text from Britta that the meaning of Christmas is in the study hall, and he goes, unbeknownst to him, that this was actually a trick to get Abed into a group therapy session, where Duncan convinces Abed that he is a Christmas wizard, and he's going to take Abed and the group on a magical journey into a winter wonderland in Abed's mind.
You are playing with so much fire.
Shut up, Winger. Hands on the table.
So the group is magically transported into a winter wonderland with a study group, sans Abed, transformed into toy versions of themselves based on how Abed sees them. Jeff is a jack-in-the-box because to Abed, he's a big talking head with limited practical functionality. Troy is a soldier, Pierce is a teddy bear because he deserves more love, Britta is a malfunctioning robot, Annie is a ballerina because to Abed she's a creature of grace, but is also super fragile and tightly wound. And of course Shirley is a baby doll, because she's a big baby who feels entitled to Christmas on her own terms. Is Abed very lucky that they still want to help him after seeing how he views them? Yes. Yes, he is. Anyway, Abed tries to lead them to the North Pole to find the meaning of Christmas, losing Jeff in the process because Abed imagines humbugs, which are attracted to sarcasm, and Shirley to a...
Christmas pterodactyl! Oh, nice!
Now we're talking.
During this, Duncan keeps attempting to lead Abed to the Cave of Frozen Memories, assuming whatever Abed is suppressing is in there. Abed doesn't really take the bait, though, and when they actually arrive there, he accidentally traumatizes Duncan by making him remember how miserable Christmas made him feel as a kid.
It's Christmas, Professor. Where's your dad?
I don't know! We never know! Mom won't stop crying! I'm going to America with Grandpa!
Can I be honest? This is probably an unpopular opinion, but Abed is kind of being a jerk in this episode. Granted, Duncan is clearly trying to milk Abed for a book deal, but he's not wrong when he says that Abed's current grip on reality is pretty clearly tenuous at best. Before their current Wonderland jaunt, Abed was singing and jumping on cars, and then singing while physically molesting a teacher. That is mental breakdown behavior. That is jacking it in San Diego behavior. Furthermore, Abed doesn't let Britta escape from the cave because he dislikes her tricking him into therapy, even though she only did this to keep him from getting expelled. And just so we're clear...
Britta Bot programmed badly, wires with fraying ends.
Abed is singing this out loud. Look, at the very least, calling your friend a broken machine is worth a what the hell. Abed is honestly very lucky to have friends who treat him with kid gloves and don't take any of this personally. So to that end, I'm not really surprised when on the way to the North Pole, Duncan comes back after checking Abed's dorm room for answers. And unfortunately, Duncan actually found the root of what's going on here. Abed obviously tries to flee from it, accusing Duncan of being a Christmas warlock who's trying to destroy Christmas. Troy and Annie, abetting Abed's escape, disconnect the train with them and Duncan on it, including physically manhandling Duncan in real life.
Hey! You're actually grabbing me in real life, delinquent!
because remember, they're not actually in a Christmas wonderland, they're just in the study room. So after Pierce comes back from the can, Abed and him make it all the way to Santa's workshop and discover what Abed thinks is the meaning of Christmas. Season 1 of Lost on DVD.
That's the meaning of Christmas?
No, it's a metaphor. It represents lack of payoff.
Duncan, of course, reappears, revealing that all this, the stop motion, the songs, the winter wonderland, has all been a mechanism for Abed to not have to deal with this. A Christmas card sent by his mother. You see, Abed is a child of divorce. His parents separated when he was a child, which the show hints at was due in large part to Abed. But every year since then, his mother actually comes to visit to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with him, on December the 9th.
But Abed, today is December 9th.
So you can probably piece together why the card is the catalyst of this whole thing.
Abed, I can't make it this year. I have a new family now. You'll meet them one day.
Unfortunately, revealing this makes Abed go catatonic, forcing the rest of the study group to step in and blast Duncan away with holiday weaponry and a song.
Hanging out with the people you love, saying I love you.
Now that Duncan's gone and Abed is unfrozen, Abed concludes that the meaning of Christmas is that it has meaning, and it can be whatever you want it to be.
For me, it used to mean being with my mom. Now it means being with you guys.
After that, the study group decides to try and keep the spirit of the day alive for Abed and watch Rudolph with him.